Okay, next esquiva on the module, it's the Negativa. Guys, Negativa, it's a esquiva that a lot of people do it, and there's many different ways of doing it. It's a very useful tool, but you have to fully be able to understand the possibilities of the Negativa. I'll give you all the options that the Negativa has, okay? So the first way I teach my student, guys, it's I call Negativa embolada, which is the twist. So from here, I don't lean backwards. I use both of my legs so I have strong ground. My foot is flat and I'm leaning on my heel here, okay? And my foot is flat there. So, and then I use that to come back and I go to the other side. I stay here and so for me, guys, this Negativa here, it's important. Why? Because you're gonna be able to stand there. From this position here, I can create many options from there. You should be able to create options from one escape. So for example, if I actually lean backwards, I'm committed to escape this direction. So then for me to counterattack from here, you can do it, but it's a bit harder. And normally because the momentum is that way, you tend to just roll into it. But what I'd like you to think is when you're doing the Negativa, you have to be able to push yourself back forward as you're gonna be able to counterattack. But for this purpose here, we're just gonna do this Negativa and we're gonna roll out, okay? So win the game is we step, you could roll to either direction, as you can see. So I go 1, 2, role. I like to keep my head underneath my armpit here, so my arm protects my face, and I could just step and come back. Or I could do a full role, where I'm gonna Negativa, full role, 1, 2, and I create more space. It depends on what I want to do, okay? This is called Negativa embolada. Now, we have Negativa backwards, okay? This Negativa is backwards, but I'm going to escape back with still the same concept, not throwing my weight backwards. But it's almost like the esquiva baixa, yeah? But I just sit on my heel. So I go here and I sit. Yeah, in this situation here, guys, I like to do this Negativa to actually move forward on the next step. So I go 1 and 2 to change direction. Yeah, so once again, the Negativa is the same concept. I drop down, I protect, I push forward, 1 and 2. So another way to do the Negativa is actually using from the back leg and using as an attack. Still, if you think about here now, using the clock concept. So I'm here. I'm going to step forward, diagonal, and I'm going to move 1 and 2. Yeah? Or I'm going to step diagonal, so I want to change direction. So if I'm facing here, I'm going to step forward and then to do maybe a role just to change direction on the game. The next one is called Negativa cruzada. You know, you see, it's like Negativa, like I said, there's a lot of options that are nice. What's Negativa cruzada? Instead of me going with the front leg like that, I go with the opposite leg. A lot of people get confused with this Negativa. That's why it's important for you to train first the embolada one, where you have control and you don't use your hands, so you can come back. So you don't get attached to always rolling using momentum. This is very common in capoeira. People do Negativa and always roll out, and they get stuck to this pattern, which is a dangerous pattern, because if you play someone experienced, you're just gonna know you're gonna roll. So the next one, it's cruzada. How does this work? I'm gonna step forward and then I'm gonna do with my legs opposite. Do I need to roll this way? No. In the Negativa cruzada, you actually stay on the opposite leg. And then you enter, and then you go forward. So one more time to the other direction. What do? I go 1, 2, Negativa cruzada there, same thing. Don't throw my weight to the other side, still on this hand. And I use, so I could go here to counterattack if I want, yeah? Or I could just simply use it to roll in and go. Now we're gonna put in the context of the game with Mestre Medusa. Okay guys, now into the context of the game here. Mestre Medusa will be doing melody compasso just for the sake of the training now, to make it a little bit easier for you to understand as well. And I'm gonna go through the options I just showed you. Okay, first one, we're gonna do negativa embolada, which when he comes, I'm gonna roll into control, put my hand, because he's finishing his kick. I'm watching, yeah? But I could go back here. But he finishes kick, we roll out, and we're back. So we go, he kick again to the other side. I'm gonna go forward this time. Yeah, remember, if I go forward, now what I wanna do, I wanna move forward. And maybe becomes like an attack, okay? He kicks, I'm gonna go backwards now, esquiva recuada, it's called. He comes, I go up, I protect myself all the way to the back. This time, I can do the switch following the line of the clock concept to catch him again on the direction that is easy for me to counterattack, okay? Last one, negativa cruzada. This one I use also. Do you remember what I said when you use forward? You always ended up pretty much in a kind of attack movement straight away. The negativa cruzada gives the option as well. So when he comes, what do? I go, yeah, and then I can just attack there, transform into a tesoura if you're a little bit more advanced. Okay, so the aim of the negativa cruzada is to shorten the game and to go in. If I want to do negativa cruzada cross, yeah, see how much also the directions of the clock can help with the esquivas. Let's say I want to do esquiva cruzada, but I want to land my leg in this direction rather than across. So he goes melu again. So now I want to go here, so I go here. Yeah, maybe to a cabeçada. Okay, now let's say I want to do a floreio. Guys, remember that it's valid to all the esquivas, yeah? So let's say I want to do a floreio, for example, he kicks. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that to make me spin. Then I'm going to go for like an AU movement there. Another one that you could do is use a normal negativa going outwards. So he kicks that direction, I'm going outwards, but changing direction here. Yeah? So one more time. So let's go kick that side so people can see. So let's say I want to go to negativa, and then I go back inwards. So I still following the kick, but I go underneath the kick so I can come back. And many other options that we're going to have throughout the modules. Last but not least, guys, it's very important not to favor a side in the negativa. Okay, because when you put your hand down, you mostly likely gonna follow that direction. You can put your hand down really, but not commit the whole weight on that hand. So you'll be able to transform to any other direction. So ideally, you wanna move in where your weight is centered, and you don't have to put your hands. Of course, some people do it, the legs really straighten, but again, I think you put a lot of weight in order to stay here. So when your legs is slightly forward, yeah, and then you can change to any direction really, really easy, yeah? You can push back into a direction, so you could move forward. So let's say someone's in front of me, I'm going to negativa recuada here, yeah, and I want to just switch hands. It's very easy, yeah? So I don't have like, if you're here to switch that, it's really hard, yeah, and to come back. So remember to practice that, switching hands, so you improvise a lot, yeah, and then adapting this to the clock system is gonna really help you out. Inside the methodology, guys, one thing that we focus a lot is the adaptability that you can create by your movements, and by not committing to one side, especially on the negativa, will really help you out with this idea.